Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the second Toon Review show of the day. And yes, you might recognize the extra rabble that's on the screen. We have loaded NUFC, loaded Mag NUFC. I do apologize. I just did that to test Daz.
I'm not fighting.
He's got a splendid partner tonight for the show. But you thought, what better way to celebrate us hitting 15k subscribers and getting the lads on and have a bit of a chat about all things Newcastle United. We've had a few super chats off the belt early on. Chippers, 20 quid. Thank you very much. That's you broke for the month because I love the Toon Review family and the loaded lads. Spike Milligan, thank you for your £20 super chat, mate. Evening TTR family. Hope everyone's good. First half was poor one, all the stops, but we showed who was boss in the second half. Absolutely. Now we've just done our review show earlier on, lads. Pete, we'll start with you. Happy man yesterday?
Very happy, very, very happy. Look, let's be honest. We're not big fans of Villa, so we wanted to make sure that we stomped them in the ground, and we did. And it was an absolute pleasure to watch. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, we did destroy them. I mean, it was a nice first half. Was a bit forgettable, to be honest, but you'll get matches like that this season. Chris, obviously. You know how we feel. We love Everton Football Club from down your way. You know, we're not fans of Liverpool anymore, but Villa's another one in that list now. Skanks, the lot of them. What did you think of that?
Oh, mate, I was made up. Absolutely made up. I think it was, like you say, Paul, I think it was the manner of the second half. I mean, the first half I can forgive, like the slow start, because obviously we had that massive delay. Due to Emery Martinez, who should have gone off the pitch at the first, with the first time of asking. Yeah. But main thing is he was all right anyway, and obviously, he didn't continue in the game. But for me, yeah, I thought second half we were absolutely fantastic, and yeah, always nice to beat Villa and see the sub on the time pictures and stuff. So I'm all for it.
Well, just a quick message, Villa Watch. Good evening. How are you doing? I thought he'd gone into hiding. It was about 24 hours before he put a tweet out, and then still came out with a load of rubbish about how we're going to go down there and get hammered once Emery's got his feet under the table. We shall see. Oliver B says, question for my favourite NUFC channels. If you could only pick now, what would you pick? Who is performing at best, our four defenders or our front three? Danielle?
Defenders for me. I think they're just world class. I just, the stats, I'm sure Alex would be able to get some, but I think, they are the best in the league. I feel confident in all of them. And as much as we are scoring, we're conceding very little. So I think that's going to be extremely important for us, especially if we're going to push towards Europe. I know we're technically in Champions League right now, but still trying to be a little bit more calm about things at the moment. So, yeah.
I mean, can we start to dream that maybe we can do a Leicester City?
And not a Leicester City, no. Leicester City claim the title. No, we're definitely not going to claim the title. But we can start to dream about a top four. But we have to be realistic as well. It is a long way to go. Plenty of twists and turns, and the World Cup as well. You could throw up some surprise, as in like our injuries to our key players. So. But I'd like to see push on in the January transfer market and then potentially maintain our top four position. But it's a long way to go.
Getting a lot of feedback on you there. Who's got? We're getting a lot of feedback. And it's stopped now. Strange. Weird that. One of Daz is enough. Never mind the second voice. I love you, really.
That's
two,
I
love you, really.
That's two.
I know. I was going to say a question. Look there, Paul.
No. I just remember my last appearance on Loaded. I got some hammer. Let's put it that way.
3 and then fight back.
Rich, I must say you're looking very NFL-y typed tonight. You know, happy with yesterday?
Over the moon, mate. It was
Yeah.
just that second half yesterday was just different class. The first half, I felt it was a bit like how Everton was last season. You know, like it was a bit stop-start when we had that big break when the Nutter tied himself to the post. It just seemed we couldn't get any rhythm going in the first half. You thought it might be one of those days, and that penalty just came at the right time and let us kick on the second half. But like, take the shackles off and then just rip them another one.
I know what Billy's up to there. As soon as you mentioned, because we had a Halloween show on Friday, and Billy, somebody put in the comments that one of Billy's teeth that he managed to put in, of the 15 set of teeth he had, he looked like the guy that was trying to unchain him. That's enough to give kids nightmares. Jesus Christ. Toon Dave, thanks for your £5 super chat, mate. He says, evening TTR Unloaded, lads. Fantastic and buzzing from yesterday's. Billy's commentary was ace and the result topped it all off. E-I-E-I-O. Geordie Mick, thank you for your £5, mate. 10 out of 10 to any collaboration between you bunch of beautiful humans and Daz. Cheers, Mick. Hope you're on the road to recovery, mate, and all. It's still going. I know you've been through a rough patch, but at least you can watch these channels and keep you going, matey. I know you've been through a rough time, but you're getting there. That's the main thing. Up the A1 says, good evening, everyone. Looking forward to tonight's show. Has not been together for a while. Just watched earlier TTR show now as notifications didn't work. Disgrace.
Come on, YouTube, sort it out.
Right, Stato. I know you were very upset about this in our earlier show about your graphics not being shown, but we're going to take this moment now to see what Alex has come up with for the game yesterday. Let us know when it's there, matey.
Just to confirm, Daniel was right as well. We still have the best defense in the league, and we're third for XG conceded as well. So we're in the top 3 for expected, against, and actual defense.
I have no idea what you've just said there, but I appreciate it.
We're very good. We're just very good.
No worries. $8.99 super chat from Martin Watson. Thank you very much, Martin. Well done on 15k. Thanks, buddy. Right, here we go. Alex, take it away.
Right, so average positions.
That's not Villa's average positions, by the way. I just better say that before anybody thinks that.
It is not. So for the benefit of everybody, I have done a second tab this week of Villa's average positions because everybody always thinks it's really funny that I just shove the opposition back into the box. It's so we can fit our lads on. I don't want to delete the Villa players off in case I want to, move them around. So average positions again. It's not. We've seen certain weeks where it's been a bit more like that, and it wasn't. Burn was a little bit further forward. We didn't need it. Longstaff babysitting kind of in between, just in case the link-ups go wrong. We've got lovely, beautiful triangles all over the pitch here. Just the average position is absolutely incredible. A little bit different compared to when we have Murphy on. Murphy tends to be a little bit higher up in the average positions, often beyond Wilson. But with Joe Linton playing there, him and Willock kind of played off each other and rotated. It was really nice to see. Bruno not quite as central as he normally is in the average positions because he was trying to stay close and do lots of nice triangles and link-up play. Miggy is always higher up. He's always the highest player on the average positions and just really, really positive. 5 in their half, 5 in our half. Bruno central. It's much of a muchness now. We're getting really, really used to this. And to have a look at Villa, how narrow is that? That's Villa's average positions. They were playing a 4-2-3-1 on paper.
Yeah, that's a funny looking 4-2-3-1. Not if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, not really sure what's going on here. I think the idea was to just try and get it to that cluster of forwards and try and make something happen. That's the only thing I can extrapolate from this. Young.
So whoa! Hang on a minute. What the hell did you just say there? What was that word you just said?
Extrapolate.
What
the only thing I can
earth?
dig out of all of this.
Take.
There we go. Take. There we go.
Thank you. Extrapolate. My God, you really are posh.
So Matty Cash was doing reasonable things in the first half an hour in their stop-start, and then it kind of died off a lot. Young he just couldn't get into the game, sat in front of Mings here on the average position screen. Getting overrun in midfield a little bit. They tried to sit a few players on Bruno. It just didn't work. I think the two average positions just show exactly how the game went. My favourite screen, the FOTMOB screen. 60% possession to 40. We can see expected goals. So we got an XG of 3.44. So maybe a 4-0 scoreline flattering us, but I disagree. I think hitting the post and the crossbar, I think we all agree we probably could have done more than 4 goals.
Yeah.
And they well, that's just pathetic, isn't it? A 0.37. The second half, I think I need to scroll down to see the second half. Their second half XG was just nothing. Absolutely 0. So, yeah,
XG
just
of
awful
0
from them. Yeah.
I can't believe it. I thought it was much better than that, to be honest.
16 shots inside the box from us. Twice hit the woodwork. 3 block shots. We were all over them. So we've got these are all of our nice little shots. So this is Miggy's lovely one from outside. So you can see here from the XG of his goal just how good quality that strike was. The XG was 0.02. So you score 2 out of 100 of that.
Wow.
And he's doing it every week
Well,
at the
he's doing
moment.
it every week, yeah.
And then we've got Wilson's penalty. Penalties are 0.78, 0.79 XG. You typically score penalties 3 out of 4 times. To be expected. Joe Linton's was a 0.41, so you should score them. And then we have Wilson's header. He still had a lot to do. He didn't just head it at the keeper. He managed to head it down and aim it back towards the back post. It was, a proper striker's header. He placed it well. Mm-hmm. And then these were Villa's blocked shot, and blocked shot. So that kind of sums up their afternoon. 3 shots, all blocked. Yeah, we win. They sucked. We won't go into too much more detail because we'll have a chat.
Well said,
we
Alex.
did very,
Well
very
said.
well.
Indeed. Well put together again, Alex. Is this true, Mr. Hall? Are you still being known as this?
Yeah, it's just stuck. Martin kicked it all off, and I think there is people who genuinely believe that I do work for Avon.
Well, so you don't?
What?
Well,
He's lying to you.
See what I mean?
Is it
Everyone just believes that.
does your partner not do it?
No one does it.
I mean, he's got the voice, and you can just imagine picking the phone up. Avon calling. Hello. Alex has got more the posh voice for that. Oh, good evening. Rickard Anderson, thank you for your 50 Swedish krona. Really appreciate that, mate. To Rich. Oh.
Well, speaking of good evening as well, I do have a bone to pick with that phrase, the good evening thing with Emery. I've seen a lot of people giving a lot of people hate for that. Personal experience, I've lived in different countries and had to learn to speak other languages. It's not insulting. He lived in England for a long time. He should be able to say a basic welcoming phrase correctly. I don't think it's racist or too much of a stretch.
Racist? Who said it's racist? There's
a lot of people getting stick for it on social media.
Oh my God.
It's a bit of light-hearted banter. He's probably very self-aware of it anyway. It's not a problem. When we learn foreign languages and we get things wrong, it's much of a muchness. It's just a joke. He's a clever man. He's an intelligent man. He's won a lot of trophies. I'm sure he's not going home crying about it. It's fine. It's just languages. Everybody has to learn them and make mistakes.
Danielle, you really don't have to put your hand up like a teacher, for God's sake.
Put my hand up anyway. There needs to be some etiquette in this room. So
Okay.
I'll put my hand up. With that being said, Alex, I really hope that he is a massive failure at Villa. I hope this is the worst job he ever has.
Yeah.
And then he gets relegated and then he gets sacked and then he's like, so many regrets.
I could have been at Newcastle.
I just feel a little bit sorry for him because a lot of people keep saying that it was down to his English that he failed at Arsenal and
Alex,
all of
you
this.
can't feel sorry for him. He's just become Aston Villa manager, man.
Yeah.
I just mean about languages because Conte, I listened to Conte's post-match interview and he struggled to articulate himself.
He's never bothered even trying, has he?
Alex, can I just say once again, you're proving what a better human being you are than me and Paul.
Well, I just think these managers travel all around Europe learning a million different languages. It's just a bit of banter, as long as they get their point across, it's fine.
Yeah.
We loved Rafa for it. Rafa's English was quite amusing. It wasn't. We still love him.
Yeah. Look at Bielsa.
Yeah,
Bielsa, the way he never tried to speak English, but he was correcting the translator when it was, so he was able to. But he
definitely knew more than he let on.
Yeah, he did. He spoke English, He spoke really good English, but the only reason he had the translator is because he didn't want the British media to misinterpret what he said. So that's the only reason he had the translator. His English was perfect, and a lot of the Leeds players said he spoke perfect English.
Indeed. Ricard Anderson, I think you've just sent in another 50 Swedish kroner, so thank you very much, mate. Just to make sure I read this out. It's for you, Rich. He says, bye-bye, Money Russ. Hello, Mighty Gino. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Definitely, we like, you know, Russell Wilson's meant to be this future Hall of Famer quarterback. Wanted to leave the Seahawks, went to the Broncos. We got umpteen first round picks, second round picks, and 3 players in return, and he's flopping at the Red Denver Broncos. We've got the better end of the deal.
There you go. There you go. Anyone else NFL fans on here?
Isn't that like Eddie Howe and Unai Emery?
It is.
Yeah.
Very, very
Well
similar.
said.
Yeah.
Situation. Like, look, I just want to add, Alex, I know you feel sorry for Unai Emery. Please do not feel sorry for him. He could have had what we've got right now. He decided
That's very
against
true.
that.
I didn't think about it.
And you know what? His failings will be down to the Aston Villa fans. So I hope Villa watching this right now, because it will be accounts like him that will be the downfall for Unai Emery, because they'll be so impatient and they'll be less supportive than us fans up north. Then that's what will be his downfall, because they'll demand success from him straight away. And when they don't get it and they see us flying higher and higher and higher up the table, they'll get more and more impatient, and that's when they'll call for his head. So for me, I think he's going to have some good moments, but I think he won't make it purely for that reason, because we're doing so much better than them.
Traditionally, the most fickle fans in England, they won the European Cup in '82 under Tony Barton, and within 6 minutes they were booing him out.
Yeah, I mean, their recruitment's
claim
kind of
that
driven up their expectations as well, haven't it? They've signed. Well, we signed players like Dan Burn, and if it didn't work, then it wouldn't have worked. We wouldn't have been super disappointed by it. Whereas their recruitment is they've gone and recruited players with really high expectations and potential ceilings, with like Kamara and stuff. So if some of our signings didn't work, it'd be a bit like, it didn't work, never mind. Whereas they've got such a high expectation with their recruitment that, yeah, that's fair.
Now, Daz, I'd just like to point out this comment is not from me, right?
Go over it.
Uh-oh.
I think Daz has run Brokery out of business with that mop, and that's from Chippers.
From Chippers. No, like if it's coming from Chippers, who just sent us a message before the show, actually, Chippers. So good to see your message, Sam. But no, all good, mate.
To be honest, Chippers, I mean, I he gives a lot of stick out, but listen, mate, you're very good at doing that, is giving stick out, but. Let's be honest. You're still a virgin, and we need to send you to Amsterdam, mate. It's as simple as that.
I've seen some of his tweets. I think he'd like to take it as well.
Yeah, Billy.
Jesus. Bro Cream's not the only cream he's got on his Amazon wish list.
Oh, for Alex, what the hell, man?
Come on, Alex.
Normally the voice of sweet reason. Wow,
he's got all in.
He has. Normally the voice of reason, calm, and purity. No, Jesus Christ. Sean says Darth Vapor from Loaded, a.k.a. Blaze. Is that another one, Chris? Just random names getting thrown your way?
Must be, yeah.
Darth Vapor, I like that.
I've never heard Darth Vapor, yeah, I've never heard that one. I like that. Thank you.
Well, that may be a competition between you and Billy, to be honest.
Yeah.
Matt's second live stream of the morning here in Oz. I hope my boss is not around. Of course, Monday over there. Good evening, Angelica. Stu's in the house. Good evening again. Dominic, is it still the Halloween special? I mean, your comedic values are just incredible.
Yeah, I've still
can I get in there? I was listening. I was saying to Pete at the end of our show last night. I was listening to you on Spotify when I was coming back from doing my grocery shopping, and then I said, right, I have to at least watch 5 minutes of your show then on YouTube just to see what the costume. But you did really well. Fair play all round. Really good costume.
Well, mine is fair to say I started as Dracula and I went through about 20 80s characters. I went through Herman Munster, someone from Roxette. Who else?
Adam Lambert.
Because the wig I was wearing, it started doing all these funny quiffs and everything, and I ended up And the whole
did start
Dracula thing
kind
had
of-
gone by the end of the show because it had all fallen off. So, yeah. And by the way, just like a big shout out to Susan for putting fake blood on my face that didn't wash off, who then had to go shopping the next day with blood still dripping down his face. God knows what people thought, but hey ho, that's the way things work in this household. Just disgraceful. Geordie Toon for Life says, Paul, did you hear about Richie and his new tattoo? Daz and Richie just men of their words. What?
Happening.
See, I said something. We did this like scoring system, don't we? We review the players' performances, right?
Yeah.
And it annoys me. I like old school, like round on numbers, 9, 10, 8, whatever. Whereas Daz, he likes to do his ratings like pi. You know, like 7
Pi.
Yeah, 7.263496. And I said, and what happened was, I had just like for Shaw Longstaff for the Spurs game, he wasn't quite a 9. So I said, look, it's going to be a one-off. It'll be an 8.5. Jordy Mick was disappointed. I said, don't worry, it's the one-off. So if I'd ever do a half mark again, I'll get the pi symbol tattooed on my arse.
Oh my God.
Hashtag pie arse. Get it trending.
I've got a point on my ass, strangely enough, but it's a steak and kidney more than a.
That's normally what comes out, Billy, not tattooed on you.
Oh, come on.
You know, the stories we've heard. And by the way, there'll not be a lot of Toon Review subscribers had any packets of Maltesers over the weekend. Even Danielle had to take sweet corn off our pizza because of stories about sweet corn that have come up on our TTR Friday shows. Because it doesn't, you know, I don't know whether you lads know, but it doesn't digest. It comes out the same as it went in. So you can recycle it basically. You know, but you know, just Francisco, the sexiest voice ever, does our voiceovers, of course. Someone on the Loaded crew needs to reassess their opinion on Miggy, don't they? Great to have you lads on board. Love to everyone in the chat, the mods and the whole crew. Who's not on board with Miggy?
Who's not on board with Miggy? It's a good question.
I don't know.
No. Hey.
Oh.
We go back to squad games.
I'll tell you what, I'd love to be in the trenches with Richie, wouldn't you? It's like as soon as I said that question.
It's like
Let me explain. We did a squad game back before the end of last season.
Yeah, I remember when you did that, yeah.
Yeah, we had a choice between a few different players. Like we said, Kraft and Manquillo for right back. Maybe we get rid of one of them, and then we said we get rid of one of Miggy or Murphy. We looked at contract situation, and Murphy has like a crazy 8-year contract. So we said at that time, Murphy they were both playing crap, but we said we'd hang on to Murphy. Miggy was doing nothing, as everyone I think would agree. After that show,
I said I would keep him.
Okay, apart from Richie.
Well, no. I must disagree. Mr. Clark Kent along at the end there. He was exactly the same.
Yeah. From the Chelsea, when he got subbed on against against Chelsea, when we should have had that penalty, he had a sweet left-footed volley that Mendy just saved, and then it ramped up to Palace, Arsenal, and we were like, okay, the underlying stats were good, his movement was better, his understanding of the system, and then preseason he just kept going and going. And I put myself out on a limb and said, I think he's going to keep going. And he's kept going. And he's, so.
That's fair enough, Alex. But I think you'll find that it was the Loaded squad game that kicked it all off for Miggy. And after that, he went on a massive run. And he's not stopped.
So it's not Jack Grealish. It's you.
No, it's not me. A collective.
All right.
But it's a fair point about the Murphy contract. That's something we've talked about as well. It's he's got, I think it's 2026, is it? I'd have to double check, but he has got a fat contract. I think that was when he gave Dwight Gale the contract as well before Ashley left. I think he gave a couple of players some really long contracts.
Geordie mixes, Alex, please explain to Mr. Daz you give single scores out of 10, i.e. 7 out of 10, 9 out of 10, not 8.8654 out of 10. The Irish method is shite.
I mean, I've suggested it occasionally, but Paul
we
don't
deal with point nothings on this channel, and Alex really hates it because every single week he's like, if I could just give a 0.5. Well, no, you can't. Billy, the little riddle that you did on Friday for the viewers. I think it's fair to you need to put this to the Loaded lads tonight. So To see if they can get it. It's very interesting. And just to let you know that the rest of us didn't get it either when Billy put it to us. But see if you guys can get it.
God,
Go on,
can
Billy.
I just interrupt and say that contract for Murphy is 2027?
Yeah, it is. It's massive. It's huge.
Bloody hell. It's a fat contract.
Yep.
Billy, if it's the same one that you did on the show on Friday, I heard it.
Oh, well, you're out, Daz.
I'll zip it.
Okay. Right. So it's Chris, Rich, and Pete. So go on then.
Right. So do you remember Carl Pilkington used to do his Rockbusters with Ricky Gervais? Cryptic clues to guess. In this case, it was pop bands, but this one's football. Famous footballer. You've got to deduce from this cryptic or craptic, whatever you like, clue. So this is the clue. So you're after a famous footballer, not necessarily Newcastle United one, just a famous historical footballer. The clue is, it sounds like this famous footballer taught an ex-Newcastle United midfielder everything he knows.
I can give you visual clues, lads, if you want.
You could do, yeah.
You
just nod your head, Daz.
Yeah. Ooh. It's not easy. It really isn't. But well, saying it wasn't easy, a couple of our viewers got it in like 10 seconds.
Played in purple a lot of his career.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
And he taught a Newcastle midfielder everything he knows.
Yeah.
Well,
his name just describes that.
Yeah.
This really is a Carl Pilkington one.
Purple in Italy.
It really is, yeah.
Well, the only one I can think of, because you've said purple Italy, is Batti's
Go there.
Say it slowly. Say it slowly. Batty's tutor.
Batty's tutor.
You see?
Yeah.
Well done, Rich. I think you get to kids cheering.
Well done, Chris. My days at work ain't wasted, are they?
Batty goal. What a striker.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Extremely good striker. Well done, though, Chris. I mean, I think it was a given away by playing
purple in the hair.
Yeah.
And Chris, you had him in our load of football weekly days. You were going to put him in the team, didn't you? Yeah,
I did. Yeah. One of the it was the all-time World 11, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I brought Gabriel Batti's.
I love that show, you know. I loved it. I used to watch it every week. I loved the quiz at the end. It was the best quiz. Loved it.
Oh, look at his face. He's buzzing.
You know what, Danielle? I spent hours doing that quiz, and I think, to be fair to the lads,
look how happy he looks. He looks like he's just sold the lipstick on Avon, doesn't he? He's so happy.
It was all that time and effort. I put so much effort into it, so
it
that really means a lot. Thank you, Danielle.
Do you remember the time when we had no quiz? Chris didn't turn up. We had no quiz, and we had to make up questions on the spot.
Oh, it was good days.
Oh dear God! Jesus Christ! Finley Black and White supporter says it seems like you hate Longstaff. Oh, I'm not even getting into that. I'm really not. I know you just pulled me leg. But no, I'm not going on a rant. No way. Andy says, I think Villa will find Emery to be an abrasive character.
He's abrasive to their league position.
Chipper says, great to see Keith Lemon on tonight, or is that Rich? Jesus Christ. Are they actually brave enough to say this on your show, Rich, to your face, or they're just like using the Toon review as a...
What actually happened? I'll tell you the story about it, right? I scored a goal in my football league on a Monday night, right? And one of the lads turned around and said I looked like the Keith Lemon character in the Terminator 2 sketch. That's the psychologist when he's peering through the... So if you look at my profile picture on Twitter, that is actually Keith Lemon. It isn't me.
Oh my God! Oh, Jesus Christ! Ian says if Newcastle win the league, Paul will present a show naked. You've got more chance of Billy doing a lap dance than me doing that.
No,
Billy will do it.
I'll do it naked. I don't do a lap dance. If we win the league, I'll do it.
He couldn't get his hand up quick enough.
I'll do it if we finish fucking 18th.
Alex, you have said you're going to do something, haven't you? If we win, not just win
I
the
will,
league,
yeah.
but win something.
If we win a trophy this year, I will dye my hair Bruno blonde, 100%.
And the beard is going.
I'll do what. Yeah, that's fine. Beard,
You were
hair.
about to say, "I'll do whatever you want," didn't you? Those words were about to leave.
Definitely not.
He reined it in.
Absolutely not. Beard
Have
and hair, I'll
the
go-
loaded
I'll go
lads
all
agreed to
Bruno
do
Jones.
anything if we win something?
Hey, Dad's got a tattoo coming up soon.
I tell you what, I'll do a quiz.
Brilliant. I'll be there, Chris. I'll be there.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. I'll tell you what, if we have a blankety blank or something, Chris, you can be the Les Dawson. And you know, we've got the perfect scenario here.
Skills. He's got quiz skills, I'm telling you. Mm-hmm.
Aye, but Billy's got knowledge. Billy will just walk away with it because the man's a walking. Of course you are. You're a walking encyclopedia at times.
I was called a walking dictionary once.
Let's just not go there, Billy. John says Leicester won the league that year because no one took hold of the leagues, i.e. Man City had a poor season. Yeah, but wouldn't it be awesome if we can still win it? Man City have a decent season. Tom says Emery will go into Villa this week and say to the Villa players, "Ooh, you were awful." I think he'd be saying a bit more than that, to be honest, if he wants to. Yeah, Emery must be thinking, what the F have I done?
He's not even there yet. He doesn't start until November the 1st. Talk about.
Well, he was there yesterday, though. He was in the stands.
Wow.
He was
Was he
watching.
there?
I didn't see any pictures of him actually. In the
No,
stand.
he was there. He was sitting behind. He was, I think, 2 behind where Southgate was sitting next to, just to the left of Amanda and me, Dad, and Southgate. Actually, not too far from Mr. Brazilian manager, Tite or Tito, whatever his name is. So yeah, but he probably, like the rest of the Villa fans, he probably left after 60 minutes. You know, he was gone. I think you. Yeah, I mean, it was. Did you not tweet a picture out, Pete, earlier on today of the empty away stand?
We did it on the review show. We put a picture out on there, and someone had said it was from the 70th minute that they'd literally streamed out, and I remember watching the game live, and I could hear we can see you sneaking out, and I was thinking, surely not. They're just taking the piss. But I remember we did the same to Everton because about 80 minutes. It was only 1-0 at a time. They did the same. So
yeah, it did.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, crazy. I don't know whether you guys have seen that video that Eddie from Tyneside Life has done yesterday about the trouble with the Everton fans, trying to put a leveler on it, saying that there's always 2 sides to one story. And I know the Everton fans took a lot of flack regarding the fireworks, etc., that were thrown at families and stuff like that. He seems to. You were in it, were you?
Yeah, I wasn't there when the fireworks were being thrown, but I got stuck getting out. Newcastle because the police had cordoned off the whole of that area, and traffic weren't allowed to get through because of that incident. And where it was happening, all of the Everton away fan buses were all there, so it was right where they were. So I'm not saying that it was all them. I don't know, but it was right in their facility. And to be fair, coming out of the stadium, I was with my little girl at the time. Like there was a lot of shit being spouted between Everton and Newcastle fans on the way out.
Did you feel? Did you feel a bit insecure walking out, Pete, with what was going on? Considering you probably wouldn't have felt as bad if you were on your own, but because you had your little girl with you, did you feel a bit uncomfortable?
She did. I didn't. It was a case of we needed to get back to the car. She felt really uncomfortable with it because it was her second game at St. James's, and she had such an amazing experience the first time, and everyone was so friendly. It was such a great atmosphere, even with the Leicester fans, to be fair. But there was a lot of aggression. There was a lot of swearing. There was a lot of finger pointing, and fronting up people on the way out, and that was mostly coming from the Everton side of things. Now, I didn't come out in the height of the game. We stayed behind, and we had a couple of photos. Daughter wanted to take some photos at the stadium as the players were coming off. So I wasn't even in the heat of it. I came out towards the end, and still saw all of that kicking off. So I can't imagine what it was like when everyone was leaving the stadium.
Yeah. Well, I came out. Obviously, I go around to the where the Jackie Milburn statue is, and just do some quick interviews there. And I came away well, it must be about 45 minutes, an hour after the game finished. And I couldn't believe the amount of police that were in the area just starting to go up Barrack Road, and even, other parts of Newcastle. There was a massive police presence. And I thought, that's a bit strange but when I come out the ground, at the Leazes end, I come out just next to where the sports bar is. So it's directly opposite where the away fans come out. And every single game, there is a lot, to be fair, a lot of Newcastle fans. But I must say that they're mainly youths, they're mainly kids standing there shouting, singing Newcastle songs at the away fans coming out the ground. And it does tend to get a bit rowdy sometimes, especially if we've just trounced a team or beat a team and they're coming out all unhappy. So it does kick off.
We're going to have to start funding that a bit more as we progress, because we're going to be a bigger fixture now. Some of the big teams, when we get through to not like knockout stages and semi-finals and stuff, and even just because we're going to be a bigger team to watch against the bigger teams, we're going to sell out more away ends. There's going to be more traveling fans, and we're probably going to have to do more of our own security, a bit more of a police presence, and a bit more of a plan, because we can't be having people feeling insecure and it being that open. It does need fixing.
There's one simple thing to it, and to be fair, if any of us have been to away games, there's a number of us that have.
Keep you behind.
It's simple. Keep you behind.
Yeah.
We've had behind to the end of the game. I was surprised that the Everton fans and the Villa fans were allowed to leave so early, because normally in away games you're not. You're told to stay, because a lot of the time the fans that leave early are the ones to try and meet the home fans out of the stadium to kick off. So what you do is you keep them. You keep them.
Yeah, maybe the club need a bit of a review of how they do these things at the moment.
It's a simple situation. You keep them behind 15-20 minutes, and literally 15-20 minutes after a game, the area's cleared. Like, everyone streams out at once. It's just a simple way of doing it.
Unfortunately, as well, and this isn't me in any way sticking up for any other fans, but the unfortunate thing is, at the minute, there's a lot of animosity and a lot of bitterness when it comes to Everton fans. I mean, some of my close mates are Everton fans, and even when we have like a little bit of banter between us, I can feel the venom. I can feel it. Like, they're really angry, and it's because they've had their moment. Like, their moment is gone, and they've spent all the money. They've got financial fair play issues. They've got a manager who they keep bigging up, but let's be honest, he's not a great manager. No. And this is the funny thing as well. When we got Eddie Howe on a permanent basis, we were like mocked by Everton fans. Like, they were all saying to me, "Oh my God, he's crap. Oh, why would you want him?" and blah blah blah. And I don't know where like the jealousies come from. Whether it's because they know he's an Everton fan, I don't know. But they literally, Everton fans were giving me pelters saying, "Oh, I can't believe you got Eddie Howe. Oh, you must be gutted getting Eddie Howe." And I was thinking, well, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, see what happens. And Eddie Howe has gone from strength to strength. Newcastle have gone from strength to strength. And now, as I say, like, Everton fans can't stand Newcastle fans. And there's one reason only, and it's because of jealousy. That's it.
Chris, do you still have those fireworks under your bed?
Yeah, I've just got a few here.
Yeah. Abs, good evening. It says, extrapolate isn't posh, Paul. One often extrapolates when one needs to discover things. Is that how you talk, Alex? Like, in day-to-day going, when you meet, when you're out at work?
I think extrapolate was too much of a crazy word.
Good morning to one. How is one this morning?
I think Abs extrapolating the urine there.
Oh, my God.
Fair enough. Rob says Richie's giant toilet roll. What is going on here?
It's the hedgehog wheel behind it.
All right, okay, fair enough. Cesare says, Stu, is your profile pic a gimp mask? I haven't seen that somewhere, but I don't think it is.
I thought that, it did look like one when it come up.
I wondered why Billy got excited. Anyway, Kath, good evening to you. Why, hello all. I'm late. Sorry, hope you and the mods are all well. We're good, Kath. Good of you to join us. Andrew says, can I start by saying good evening? Julie J says, great stats as always, Alex. Pork Pie's in the house. Villa was so bad their fans left after 65 minutes. Then they cashed out. Wouldn't be surprised. Ian says I can speak Geordie and English. Okay. Let's have a look. Michael says, "Hi, Paul. Hey?"
I also thought it was bilingual.
Yeah. Michael says, "Hi, Paul. Will you do a video rant about Jurgen Klopp because I don't like what he is saying about Eddie Howe?" What's he said about Eddie Howe? Anybody know? I don't know to say anything about Eddie Howe personally.
All I can say is it's hard to rant about Jurgen Klopp with these in.
He did a nice summary after the Leeds loss, saying, "Oh, it's because we're playing every 3 days."
Jurgen's back. Good evening, Jurgen.
Fuck off! Fuck off, you fucking bastard! Sorry.
Jesus God Almighty. Geordie mixes. Daz hasn't even bothered to learn English. Can't understand a word. Wow, Daz. I mean, have you? He's been upsetting a few people here.
Yeah, just Mick. Mick. Really, think he's still bitter when I said to him, "No mercy, sweep the leg, sweep the leg."
Yes.
Wow.
I'm saying yes because I know what he means by that. He took about Karate
The enemy
Kid.
deserves no mercy, Mick.
He took that Karate Kid. But
Have you got a problem with that?
Surely, Mick. Surely not.
No, it's a joke.
After what he's been through, Daz, that's a harsh thing to say.
He was coming at me. There was the third strike, so yeah, he had to get had to take it down.
We've got an interesting another stat from Stato. Newcastle United picked up 24 points from their opening 13 Premier League games for the 5th time. They finished in the top 6 on every other occasion.
Oof, delicious.
Ooh. So yeah, so Alex is obviously looking at.
I mean,
top 6.
that is from Bet365. I didn't create that myself, but it was interesting enough to pass on.
Alex, not to put you on the. Sorry, Pete. What'd you say?
Go on, Chris.
No, I was just going to say European positions every time. From what Alex has put in the
Yeah, sixth, second, and 5th.
Yeah, I was going to ask Alex. I don't know whether Alex knows this or anybody else knows this, but I was just interested to know. At what point last year or last season did we get 24 points? Because I was thinking about it yesterday, and I was thinking it must have been February. I'm assuming.
Cool.
If you give me 1 minute and come back to me, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, Neil Hawkins, thank you. It would, well, yeah. Neil Hawkins, thanks for your £5 super chat. Evening, everyone. Great show as always. Thanks, Neil. Ronald says, "Are you sure Villa Watch isn't a Brum City fan trolling Villa? Surely you cannot be that effing stupid." Yes, he is that effing stupid. I don't know why I put that on. My mouse is running slow. I like the Ramsey kid at Villa. Hope they don't ruin him.
Yeah.
Well,
he's a good player.
And
he only came on as a sub yesterday.
He hasn't had a good season.
Yeah, he did.
He hasn't had a good season.
No, he hasn't.
He was good last season. But the reason why he's been on the bench recently is because he hasn't played well. And look, he came off the bench yesterday. He was dreadful. Now, it's hard to pick yourself up as a young lad when you're getting absolutely pummeled by Newcastle United. But, yeah, he hasn't been playing well. So, yeah, I think there's a little bit more breadth to his game. But a good young talent at best.
Paul, I was going to ask you, did you see Villa Watchers combined 11?
Yes, I saw it.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
My God.
I think we got
Honestly.
3 players in the squad.
Yeah.
Eye emojis.
Yeah. Serious eye emojis. Stu, that is undoubtedly one of the worst masks I've ever seen in my life. Billy, would you confirm?
Looks like he's got his underpants on his head back to front.
What underpants would you ever wear?
You know what?
I mean,
Don't everyone wear leather underpants? Just me then.
You know what? Sticking to Stu's point, it's a really good point about players down in tools. There was one player down tools massively yesterday at about 50 minutes. And it's Chris's favourite player, Tyrone Mings. Honestly, you watch that game back. You watch that game back and you look at the lack of attitude, the lack of desire. He was a captain for them last season. And you look at the lack of effort and desire. Whenever the ball goes in and behind, and you've got Konza chasing after it, and you've got Mings 10 yards behind, just steady jog, just jogging back. You could imagine in St James's Park if Shaw or Botman did that, we'd be on his back. Saying, get back in there.
Yeah.
Honestly, absolute disgrace. And what makes it even worse, it was in front of the England manager, and his future manager.
Watch him still pick Mings over Dan
He
Burn.
will pick Mings, 100%.
I thought Ollie Watkins was much the same. I thought it was absolutely diabolical for the whole game, to be honest. I thought he just didn't give a shit.
I found the stat, by the way. It was on our 26th match. It took us up to 25 points, so close enough. So it took us 26 matches to get to the same as we are so far.
Wow. Christ. Daz.
Yeah.
What's your nickname?
Daz.
Because there's a few little things going on in the chat here, and then Lisa's put that she's not being mean to you. Ask Jimmy his nickname. Now, knowing Jimmy, it could be something quite... Yeah.
Jimmy believed what Martin, like, something else that what Martin had said on previous shows pertaining to me being of a tiny nature, as in height-wise. Jimmy decided to call me Smurf. So that was the nickname of Jimmy. So I had to clarify that for Jimmy.
Well, we see the same with Alex. He's a Smurf as well. Oh, he was a suspected Smurf, but he isn't actually.
Until
a Smurf.
everybody saw me and I'm not, and then they were like, "What's Paul talking about?"
Well, you're a Smurf to me.
Yeah,
a
lot of
Smurf
people would
to
be
you.
a Smurf to
To
you.
be fair, everyone is Paul. You're a giant. You're a giant.
Danielle said he need to pull a face like that, by the way.
Because everyone is.
I only said he was. Well, fair enough. Oh God. Mrs. Toon review. Paul means bowling, not shopping, which he'll not mention as I won.
Whee.
Oh, is that why your face was tripping you on the photos? Because you were lost.
Strike one.
No, can I just explain this, right? I used to be very, very good 10-pin bowler, right? And yesterday was basically the realization that I cannot bowl the same because of my Parkinson's illness, right? I cannot get the straight line that I used to. And
You can't play
Susan
that
thinks
card.
I'm making
Now
that
we
up as
can't
an...
bully you. That's not fair.
I'm bloody playing it, right? When I get beat off a woman at bloody 10-pin bowling, I'm playing any card I damn well want.
Whoa. When you get beat off a woman.
No, right?
Don't go there.
It's her game
I
too,
could
Paul.
not.
It's her game too.
Exactly, Daz. Thank
Yes, I know. She's got a diplomatic head on. I didn't mean it like that, but you know what I meant. Like, just when we go up against each other, right? Susan bowls as if she's got like 3 bowling balls to her side. She literally has to sort of hurl it down. But she's not telling everyone that the safety sides were up for the kids, right? So we just left them up for everyone. And Susan tended to get strikes by sort of bouncing it 3 times off the side fences into the ball, into the pins, and I end up losing.
So hang
Did you not
on.
get
Harsh reality.
Paul, did you not get the same benefit there?
Yes, Pete. Thank you.
She's beyond that curve.
playing
Funny,
field.
so they're arguing in between.
I'm sorry, what was that, Pete?
I said, did you not get the same benefit?
Well, I could have, but I didn't cheat, you see. I bowled straight, as straight as I could. Turns out it wasn't that straight.
That means, yes, you did get the same benefit.
Let's move on. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Listen, I was brought up not to lose. When you play ice hockey all your life, you're brought up to win, right? And even 10-pin bowling, it destroyed me at one stage when Ben was beating me, right? That's how bad I play. Ben was on fire. I mean, he used them balls with no holes in, and he was just hurling them down. And he was on fire.
All I'm going to say is, Geordie Toon for Life in the chats just said it best. You sound like Klopp.
Give him the teeth, Billy. Give him the teeth.
Well,
Mods, chuck him out. I'm hurt. Geordie Toon for Life. Shocking. George, good evening. He says, Paul, did you enjoy the strip club yesterday? You must have taken Leon with you as it was quiet in our row. George, listen, I know you like to throw the strip club at me because you're older than me and miss Newcastle games because you like a lap dance or two. That is fine. I'm not complaining. When I miss a game, it was for family reasons, not for having some half-naked woman sitting on my lap, if you know what I mean, George. So, no is the answer to that. But God help you next time you're not there, because it'll be worse than a strip club that I put the rumours out that you're at. Lisa says Daz is getting loads of grief. Is he? It seems to be on me.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa.
Don't worry, Dazzler, we've got your back. Well, somebody has to with a haircut like that. Tangy says it goes back further than the shot Biggie had against Mendy. It was the shot against De Gea in the 1-1 draw at home. I've got no idea what the chat's talking about, to be honest. I've lost complete bearings of where we are.
There's love in the air further on, Paul.
It was it.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
At St James's Park in the game just after Boxing Day. He would have won the game with it I think it was at the last minute. Great effort. I do remember that.
Yeah. Ross Batista says, normally listen in bed, but caught you live on my way home with me Chinese takeaway. Still buzzing from yesterday. Up the Toon. Francisco says, did anyone catch when Joe celebrated his goal? He almost gave a heart attack to the little ball boy.
Oh.
Yeah, listen, it's yeah, but it's always mint seeing Big Joe score, though, isn't it? I mean, it's just it doesn't happen that often.
Can I ask you a question? Is it Francesco that does the voiceovers for the? Absolutely brilliant. Really, really good.
Yeah,
If you haven't heard that, lads, listen to the class.
Have you not heard the TTR one, lads?
Video on the channel where he did the
don't
anniversary
play that one.
video.
It's got big lips on it.
Beg your pardon, Danielle?
Don't play that one if you're going to play it.
I mean, Danielle, when you come up with a statement like that, you know,
he's going to play it now. You should have said that.
This is the TTR Friday intro that he's actually going to change it because he feels guilty about your big lips, Danielle. Please, this is a clean channel. Here we go.
Toon Army.
When it starts.
It's time for football to take a backseat and make way for the banter, the laugh, the rants, and of course, the bullying that is TTR Friday. And now, straight from Georgetown and other places around the kingdom, here are your hosts, the Stallion. According to Susan, that is, Paul Ditchburn, the Butcher, Billy Bob Trey, the Lady of the Luscious Lips, Danielle Lother, and the Statman himself, Alex Walker. Now, only one question remains. Toon Army, are you ready? Begin.
I mean, he said luscious lips, not big lips, to be fair.
Well,
Yeah, to be fair, he did say luscious.
yes.
I
Well,
can see though, Danielle, where you're going there.
Other people have come up to me at St James's Park and went, "Oh, I've heard you've had your lips done. Thanks, Paul."
Yes, they have. Oh dear. Anyway, Terraces, thanks for your £5 super chat. Fourth on the board, up the Premier League we go. How are the lads? Francisco seems to be having a bit of a love-in with Rachel here. I don't know what is going on. A plan between March and May, because I'm planning on going for a game and would love to see you in one.
Love is in the air every time I look around.
Rachel's now deeply stuck in a freezer, never mind the fridge, cooling off. Jordy's great, says the Toon Review, proper family, just like what the Toon are doing, just shows what positive energy can do. Jordy Hawaiiman says Rachel has just collapsed. She's back. She's back. Francisco, there is a play around Easter, but have to audition in January for it. I'm a couple of hours away from Newcastle, though. Here we go. It's like
blind date.
Blind dates on the show. Yeah.
You want a channel shout out of the wedding, please?
This is Francisco, and she comes from Puerto Rico. That's the still a black impression.
What was that, by the way?
Must be still a black.
It sounded a bit like
fucking David Duckworth.
Orville the Duck. No,
You'll have
try
to
Orville.
get your license so you can ordain them. You can do the
Here's our Paul with a quick reminder.
Nice team review.
Hey, that's right. Yes. Danielle, buy your hat. It's happening. We've got a £10 super chat from Sophia Olsen. Thank you, Sophia. There's no comment there, but thank you very much for your super chat indeed. Paul Gallant's put a comment in there, Billy. Would you like to read it out to everybody?
Hang on.
Paulie G.
Here we go. I'll let you read it on the screen, Billy.
Can you, like, honestly?
Well said, Paul and Alex. Awesome words. I haven't got a fault on my shirt. I had it took off for purpose. All right? Newcastle fourth. I've got the money on it.
Good evening, Mr. Gallant. Listen, when you get an impersonation done off Billy, you know you've made it. Simple as that. Jesus Christ.
I have a football-related comment as well, because I've just been digging.
Oh, for God's sake.
Of course you have, Alex. Of course you have.
Tottenham are in third. They've got a really difficult Champions League game against Marseille coming up on the 1st of November, and then they play Liverpool. So if Liverpool can actually turn up and we can continue our form, we might possibly, touch wood, possibly might be able to sneak even higher up than fourth temporarily. But as the next fixtures go, it's kind of in our favour. It's ours to mess up. So.
Not just that, I would say, Alex. Not just that though. Chelsea have got to go to Arsenal as well. I think they play Arsenal, and then we play Chelsea the following week. So Chelsea, technically, with 2 defeats, can be way behind us.
So if we don't mess this up, we could break for the World Cup in third if we continue our form. But
okay, so that Tottenham Liverpool game then, and this is on the provider that we go to St Mary's and win, which I think we all would be confident that we can go and do that the way we're playing at the moment. What are we wanting then? Because are we wanting a Liverpool win that closes that not closes that gap, but obviously gets them moving up the table?
It'd just be nice to sit in third as we break up, really.
Well, it doesn't matter if we get a point. We've got a better goal difference than Spurs. If Spurs and Liverpool draw, if we win, we go third on goal difference.
Okay.
But then,
can anybody actually see Liverpool going to Spurs and winning though? The way they're playing in the league at the minute, it's just they're all over the place.
And if I take Salah out of my team, there's every chance he'll get 6 or 7 goals.
Right.
Keep him in your team. Then.
Indeed.
Well, you looked at Liverpool and you turned up against Man City at Anfield, where you expected Man City to hit the floor with them. It would not surprise me the slightest if they just turn up at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
But Spurs play Leeds when we play Chelsea, so their final game before we all break up is Leeds.
Well, look, they've just won at Anfield, so you never know. You do never know. Geordie Mick's not happy with you, Daz. Daz, you will be getting it, lad, when I come over for some beers with you and Martin.
What kind of beers are you bringing, Mick? That's the question.
And what does he mean by getting? It's more to the point. Some strange goings on over in Ireland that night, I tell you. Chris says he'll be happy with a European spot come the end of the league, or is that too ambitious? I don't think it's fair to say it's ambitious now. I think it's perfectly possible now, given the start we've had. Danielle, are we finishing European spot this season?
Hell yeah, we are. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I can't say it going wrong. I really can't. The togetherness, the work that the team are doing and the squad are doing, just immense. I mean, where's the weak link? When's it going to happen? I can't see it happening at all.
And if anything, we're going to strengthen. So
exactly. Nope. Not for me.
Yep. Interesting. Ashington says, someone want to make me cry me a Villa flag for when Villa get relegated. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine we had all that? Cry me a Villa and all that sort of stuff. Just
slobbing on the hog.
Superb. Yeah. Julie J says, I don't know how Mings was ever in the England squad. I mean, listen, what exactly does Southgate see that puts Mings in the England squad? Defies logic.
Basically, an Aston Villa shirt.
Yeah, basically. And it's unfortunate Varane's been injured because now Maguire's playing minutes as well, which is going to make him play for England, which is disgraceful.
Well, yeah.
Maguire
what the hell is going
on? With Dan Burn next to him.
Yeah. Yep. Stu says, what's Billy's kegs look like?
I've got them Strictly Come Dancing kegs. Lots of ballroom.
Oh my god.
Sometimes, Billy, there's nothing can follow that with anything, right? You just have to just go, okay. And thank Billy for his very, very informative comment. Rachel says, I'll give you a follow on social media, Francisco, and I'm not stalking either before anyone says anything. Rachel.
Francisco and Rachel sitting in a tree. Kissing.
First comes love.
Welcome to Play School, ladies and gentlemen. Just expect Fuella Benjamin on next. Stu says, Paul, it's a daft hockey mask. You should. That's not a hockey mask. No. And if you spell hockey properly, I might be able to read your thing properly, Stu. I thought you said a daft hockey mask or something, but that's not a hockey mask. Jesus Christ. If that's the kind of hockey you go to, I don't want to be a part of it, son. To be quite honest. Jesus Christ.
No puck skipping.
Yeah.
I don't want to know where that stick goes.
No, absolutely not. Where are we going with this show, man?
Plenty of icing going on.
I don't know. I apologize.
God. Ian says, blaming the Parkinsons again. Absolutely. 100%. Susan's got no, Paul is sounding like Klopp. Geordie Howayman says, use one of those drain pipe things that the kids use. I don't need to use them things, right? Chippers is calling me Jurgen Ditchburn. Well, at least I'm not a virgin, sunshine. Rachel says, Paul, no, that's starting World War III of the sexes.
Exactly.
How? Oh,
by
yes,
a
I don't
woman.
remember that.
The ball.
No.
Yeah.
Look, I
Move
meant
on.
to say by a woman in my family, right? Because I have
Doesn't
never
matter what
lost.
sex the person is, does it? Bowling is for all.
Look at you with your hashtag bloody. Right, all right.
Put the shovel down, Paul.
Well done, Susan.
Yeah, indeed. Well done, honey. You won fair and square.
You can't say
Len says I
honey,
had-
you've stuck it further.
Len says stiff wrists. I did have stiff wrists. Yes. The floor wasn't polished enough either. Steve says, just to all those supporters not tuning in, this is a great chat, really tune in. I just wish they were here to hear me say this. Thanks, Steve. Stop calling me Klopp. No, I'm not having that for a second. No way. Tom says, there we go. It's about power, not necessarily speed. I used to do the Rolling Thunder heavy ball. That's what Billy does every Friday night. Not much speed, but it would slowly thunder down the aisle and get strikes.
I've slowly thinned down a few hours in my time.
So you just know what's coming. You just know. Oh, my God. Ryan says, Paul, you're saying ice hockey is like me coming on Fans Forum and saying soccer. I have to say ice hockey over here, Ryan, because if I say hockey, people have put it down to that, private school crap with running around with a short stick in your hand, hitting a ball on a field. That is not hockey, right? Hockey is on ice, where you collide at 80 miles an hour into people, and you come out with injuries like ending up with a metal face and stuff like that. Not just a bruise on your knee from the hockey ball hit me. I mean, Alex has probably played plenty hockey in his time.
No, we were egg chasers.
Oh, that's even worse.
Jesus.
That's even worse. Jesus Christ.
Football and rugby.
I'm an egg chaser as well.
I was
I
like,
have a confession to make.
tell them no.
One of my friends was really into hockey in college, and they had no one else to play, so I turned up to play as well. So I did play one game and scored. So played one, scored one. Not a bad record. Now scoring, I did dig the ball and it just trickled in under the keeper's leg. I think we lost about 10-1, but yeah, 1 from 1.
And
That's all the viewers have just switched off, mate. Cheers for that.
Yeah.
I think proper football in Spain, and we had to play on concrete. So the whole of primary school playing on grass, moving over to Spain and playing on concrete.
Yeah, yes. I played football on grass. Yes. I played on grass.
Sorry, grass.
I had a bath after the grass. Yeah. It's safe to say that Rachel's passing out now since we played that intro. She's gone again. I don't know what's going on. What an asset to the Toon Review crew, Francisco, is top draw. Yep, just ask Rachel. Geordie 2 for life says, see, Danielle, it was worth getting those lips done. Andy says, luscious lips.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll go.
I'm not saying it. Hey. It's what's coming out in the comments. It's the comments, not me.
I'm going to come up with a super rumor. That's what I'm going to come up with.
Oh, a super rumor about me, then? That's a change. Jesus Christ.
Can I just get in with it? Just want to say congratulations, Danielle, on the engagement.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
See, them vicious lips work wonders, didn't they?
Oh, see how Danielle just got. Billy makes a comment about them. It's just for me. It's I'm going to start a malicious rumor about you.
I didn't say malicious, but
well,
I mean,
it means the same. It means the same. Mark says Chris will get you some discount on your lipsticks, Danielle.
Class.
Tangy says luscious lips is better than Klopp's teeth. I guess so.
Fair.
I guess so. Yes. James Oscar, hello from Portugal. Good evening to you. Steve says it looks like we'll all have a great Christmas the way things are going. Absolutely. Listen, it's a long time since we've been in this position, to be honest. I think all of us on the screen can remember last time we were in this position. It's safe to say that we're not all kids, and we can remember the glory times. I think. Yeah, we can. I mean, Daz, you obviously saw us win the Fairs Cup, so you've got extra on us.
Yeah, I go back a long way, Paul. I was quite generously frozen at one stage.
Well, your hair was. Billy, you've obviously got greater memories than me. I mean, where does this side compare to the sides you've seen in the past?
I think Keegan's one's the best I've seen, but I think this one ain't far behind it, and it's got potential to get better and better and better. So hard to say at the minute. I think Bobby's team was more workmanlike than Keegan's team. Keegan's team had more flair, but this team's got a bit of both, and I think, give it a year or two, it could be surpassing the sides that Kevin had.
The big question is, and I'll put this out to everybody, is this defence the best we've seen? Is this defence better than what Keegan had?
Yeah.
What defence?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the best defence
But the question I ask is because me and Billy had this debate a couple of weeks ago about the defence, because Billy thinks, well, I'll let you explain, Billy, because I don't want to misquote you.
But you say Billy thinks as present tense. Billy thought. I would have
sorry. Oh God, how long have you been hanging around with Alex? Billy putting me right on me English.
Because the past few weeks, my mind has changed a little bit on it. I think Botman is possibly the best centre half we've had ever. He's superb, and the potential to get better and better and better as well. I'd have Beresford out the Keegan side in ahead of any left back we've got. But the other three, I'd have probably the same as what it is now. Trippier definitely, Sherman, Botman ahead of Albert, Peacock, and Watson and Barton. So I've changed a little bit.
See,
and certainly the goalkeeper.
I know this is going to sound daft, right? But I'd have Prime Bernard ahead of Beresford.
Yeah.
I loved Bernard at left back.
I agree with you.
In my all-time 11, I had Olivier Bernard.
Yeah.
I thought he was superb.
Good player.
I used to left back away from Billy having the whole back four then.
Well,
yeah.
Bernard cost peanuts, I think, from Leon, and we made him into a Champions League left back.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a sour taste the way he left, didn't he? He's trying to get out of the club on many occasions. He didn't turn up for pre-season training. He came
back, yeah.
With his tail between his legs, he did, yeah.
I don't think his second spell was as good as the first. I think
he was a fantastic player, but for a brief time. Beresford was 7 or 8 years, wasn't he? So
Yeah, Beresford for me as well, Billy.
I did just something about Bernard. Certainly going forward, I think he was better than Beresford as well. And he scored a few cracking goals as well. Barbara says, hi, Paul. Did you have any look in the awards? It's the 9th of November, Barbara. We don't know till then. Alex is going down representing the channel. So he's getting all glammed up in his penguin suit to go and have a posh meal and see what happens. But it's the 9th. I believe that's the same night we play Crystal Palace. Isn't it? 9th? Wednesday the 9th it is. So I'll be at the game. You wouldn't be there anyway.
Yeah, but I won't be able to watch it if the awards are on at the same time.
I'm sacking them off. For
What? I didn't even know that.
Well, I'm afraid you're booked up now, so there you go. Diane says, loaded lads, when are you all next over for a match? We should have a massive party. Would love to see you.
Good idea.
Well, there's one big date, lads. There's one big date that we've put together. You boys want to talk about it?
Yeah, we're all coming over for the Southampton game. So we've all got tickets in hospitality, so we can all watch the game together. And we are planning some sort of
posh bastards.
I've never done it before. This is brand new for us. We've never done it before. It was the only way that we could get kind of like 4 tickets.
Together. Good idea, actually. Yeah.
5 actually.
So when's that?
Yeah, Mark's got a ticket as well. Yeah.
Bloody hell! A whole lot of them. Game crashing hospitality.
It's going to be a bit busy weekend for that weekend for lots of reasons. Obviously, I don't know if you want to say, Rich, but yeah, it's got I think there's a lot going on. Hopefully.
Yeah,
you can't just say that and then leave it at that. You've got to tell us what it is.
I don't know whether Rich wants to talk about it.
No,
it's too late now. He's got to, hasn't he? Really, he's been put on the spot.
To be fair, it's the main reason why we're all coming over, and then we're going to watch them together off the back of it.
Yeah, I'm renewing my vows on the Friday before the Southampton game.
Oh, nice one, matey.
And he said,
good stuff.
I told you it was a good reason.
And you're going to see James for your honeymoon.
Yeah, so it's pretty. Yeah.
How many years have you been with Mrs. Story now, Rich?
It'll be our 20th year together next year. Married 16.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
And
well done, matey. Well, that is a good reason, to be fair.
Yeah, it definitely is. And on top of that, we are talking about potential kind of a get together of some sort. We don't know the details yet. We plan it in the new year. But there's a few things on our agenda. If you remember back, lads, we were actually asked to do a photo shoot as well. We're all together. I think we've forgotten about that. But that might happen as well.
Oh my God, a photo shoot!
Imagine that.
Oh, it'd be so cute. Oh.
Calendar.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was. I think it was Avon that wanted us to do the photo shoot.
Sly dig, Pete Davies, sly dig.
Not a dig at all. Chris knows how I feel about him.
Avon.
About him and Avon, the old Brandy and Blaze. He knows the score.
Peter, I think you're getting a little emotional about Avon there. I'm detecting a little bit of a little quiver in your voice when you were mentioning Avon there. It was quite beautiful.
Ding dong.
Yeah, Avon's been on our life for maybe 2 years now. So
yeah.
Why not?
Excuse me, Francisco, but I don't know what's going.
Pete and Chris are going to renew their vows as well, along with Richie on the night.
Loaded vows.
Why not?
Who's doing the ceremony? The CEO of Avon.
The wives are going to be there too, so why not?
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I don't know what's going on here. Francisco, he's playing the field. Susan, I need to get in touch with you, lass. Hit me up on an email when you have a chance, please.
Crikey, Riley.
Suzanne!
He's going to go for the
Just
UK
bigger.
law. Gum disease.
Francisco wants you to email him. Well, I don't bloody know. He's just told us to. He's just put it on the. Are you not modern?
How professional.
Oh, you enjoy your chocolate cake, love.
Domestic.
What colour, love?
Danielle, she's my fiance. I'll damn well call her what I want. She likes
will you?
love. Yes,
The
love,
rocketry.
babe, hot stuff, sexy.
They're all
The whole
fine.
lot?
Love with that tone was not.
Well, that's because she's eating the chocolate cake and I'm not.
Good for her. Go on, Susan.
Danielle, have I done something to you today? I mean, you seem
Yeah.
very angry.
You have, actually.
Jesus Christ.
Loose
What?
lips stink chips.
Billy, don't start with the lips.
She's only after getting them done.
Sorry. Loose lips sink big ships.
That's all they said.
I've never heard that one in my life.
Saying. That's a saying.
All right. It's a sin. Francisco says, enjoying yourself much, Billy?
Absolutely. 100%.
He's sitting on everybody tonight. I mean, he's on fire.
I'm not sitting on anybody, to be fair. that would be horrendous in every way possible if I sat on someone.
Yeah.
God, it could be like a Tom and Jerry cartoon.
Ryan says, tonight sounds like a dump and chase kind of night. That's a nice hockey phrase before you start, Billy.
I thought it was R.
When are
Kelly's
they going to
Last
announce the
Tour.
England squad?
Oh my God. How is that getting into this conversation?
Let's follow up to bump and grind, dump and chase.
Swear to God, this channel will be off the air very soon. When are the Ashington says, when are they going to announce the England squad? Does anybody know? Because is he not?
Well, it's
Is
pretty
he not
irrelevant
naming
because
a-
he's going to announce a 55-man squad first, so it makes no difference.
Apparently, we're in it, all this lot. Apart from
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Apart from Daz.
Yeah.
Daz could just go as Bobby Charlton any day of the week, couldn't he? I think naming a 55-man provisional 55 squad is just ridiculous. I mean, it really is.
It is.
There's no need to do that at all. It's just stupid. I mean, look, in reality, I mean, does anybody think that Callum Wilson's going to be named after Gareth Southgate saw him yesterday? I think he should be.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
Yeah.
he calls like Ollie Watkins, etc. All right with the fingers. It's beginning to freak me out a little bit here.
I've got the
Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up.
This is the all-round agreement.
This is a trademark loaded signature move.
Well, that never happens on our channel because we never agree with each other. So we like that. We're more like
Yes,
the
we
family
do.
out of bread.
Yes, we do. Agree
No, we
with each
don't.
other. Yes, we do.
Okay, whatever.
No, we don't.
It's 10th of November. He announces his final squad.
Oh, that's the night after the awards, Alex. So you'll have a hangover that day.
Yeah, probably.
All that drink.
I can't see you getting selected, Alex, if you've been on the piss the night before. No chance.
Well, I've got to sit next to Adam P, and with the way he drinks in his videos, I probably will be.
To be fair, Paul, we said it on our channel when you joined us for the takeover celebrations in the anniversary. But yeah, from all of us at Loaded, I'm sure we'll all agree. Massive congratulations for you guys.
Yeah.
You put forward for the award.
Well done.
Thank you.
It's not easy. There's so many podcasts and things around at the moment. So to be recognised in that kind of ilk is a massive achievement. So, great work from you guys, and congratulations and all.
Thank you very much.
Best of luck.
Listen, I'm sure you guys will be there as well. It's
We definitely won't be there. It's Alex and Adam P.
Alex and Adam P. together.
I meant in the picture, Daz. I was trying to be nice, but if you'd be like that, then bollocks to you.
I mean, the trajectory of the club at the moment, I mean, most of the top 15, 20, well, all the channels, we're just going to, even the ones that aren't being regularly uploading, and just the way the club's going, just keep at it. Everybody's going to grow. It's kind of irrelevant as long as we're all creating content and doing what we want to do. This is the best time to do it. We're all quite fortunate we're doing it early doors, to be fair. There's probably going to be a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon, but we're all here first, which is great. So
I mean, that's the thing. You know, people can't give us flack about, oh, you've just been around since the takeover, because my previous videos, you know, practically having heart attacks for a year, screaming to a camera about how crap we were, will certainly make people understand that we've been around a lot longer than that, through the real dark days. But look, it's like we said, everyone does, like, we're doing it because we love football. You love it. You love football. You do your channel, you know, and what we've learned certainly over the last, you know, few months and years is that, you know, it's time now to stop all the, you know, the bollocks and the all the crap on social media and that kind of thing. Just to ignore it all and just talk about what we love to talk about, which is football. Not get involved in any crap. You know, there'll always be crap out there. That's the thing. But you know, it's now a case of just sort of standing back and letting them get on with it, kind of thing, and don't join in. And it's been
the real United, not Manchester.
Yeah, and it's been a much happier environment for us as a channel since we've stopped getting involved in all sorts of rubbish and things that we don't agree with that we see online. Just keep quiet about it, and instead of commenting and stuff like that. And it's definitely been the best thing to do, without a shadow of a doubt. And you know, it's just we were a channel for football, and that, well, apart from a Friday night, I guess. But you know, it's a football channel basically, and you know, that's what we love to do, and doing the channels. And I mean, you guys will feel the same. It is just like sitting with your mates in a pub and having a laugh and talking about football and talking about the team you love, and that's what it's all about. You know, we're lucky in a way that we got a lot of votes from our subscribers prior to the finalists being named, and they got us there, and we have to thank everybody for that. So we'll just see, because even if we don't win in the awards, we still, you know, being in the top 8 is a fantastic achievement for us, and I mean, we're proud of that.
And channels we're against has got like 2 million followers on Twitter, so some of these.
Well, to be fair, if you'd let me go instead of Alex, we'd get the award whether we won it or not, because I'd just take it.
Well, I know you would. That's why you're not going, Danielle, right? Because that, you know, there'd be like news all over social media. The Toon Review stole the award, and that would really put us in good stead. So, you know, there's reasons why we're sending Alex, because he's more diplomatic than the rest of us. So, yeah.
If I went.
You know what, Paul?
Yeah, Billy would just read the stage.
Regardless of that, Paul, like, look, you're in the rewards finalist. You've grown your channel really, really well. You've just amassed 15,000 subscribers, which is no mean feat for any channel. Like, that's a massive success. Like, we always say it, like, we're like 5 dads, you know, when Martin was here, like 4 dads now that have just kind of grown the channel. We live all around the country. And in just over a year, we're like, what I think what we does like just over 300 away from 5K. Like we would have never ever thought that we would ever be anywhere near that sort of number. You're at 15K and rising, and rightly so.
Well, I was there because you know, when I started this channel on my mobile phone in the kitchen, you know, you don't even think. And the thing is, what people have to learn about YouTube. It takes a while to get there. It doesn't happen overnight. You know what I mean? You just got to keep going, and then gradually, you know, as you grow, you'll get the attention. Sometimes it's not the best attention in the world. You know, you have to be prepared for that. Though, and which, you know, I've had plenty of shit. But if it wasn't for these guys and Susan sitting behind this curtain, and all the support that I got during bad times, I wouldn't be sitting here now, because I've thought about 3 or 4 times about jacking it all in, but. You know, your subscribers, your friends, your family, they all keep you going, and you think, right, screw them. You know, they're only jealous. And that's what it is. And you don't react to it, and you just get on with the stuff you love. And that's what I've done, you know, certainly this year to an extent, late on in the year. You know, I've had some, let's say I've had some grillings from Alex about it numerous times, about biting me tongue and not getting involved in things that I shouldn't.
Same.
But and Danielle, but it's you learn as you go. You know, it's not like you do it straight away and you're finding out like, or you know, you can do it all in one go, because every day you learn something new. You're constantly learning on YouTube, and there's about stuff you can do, about new things that you can do, and how to put better streams out, better videos, learn all about video editing and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff. You know, Michael Marston was here not long ago, and He was he was in here. He was watching me put a video together, and he couldn't believe how much work goes on behind the scenes to actually edit the videos and upload them to YouTube, put descriptions in, all that kind of thing. There's a lot to it, and I didn't know all this when I first started YouTube, but you learn as you go on, and it's great to see you guys growing because you're a good channel and you're a good laugh. And like the rest of them, Newcastle Fans TV, you've got Magpie channel, Rubenstein, Adam P, John Sinclair, bless him, who said that Callum Wilson's penalty was a chip, but we'll go over that, even John. There's a lot of good people out there.
You said that Sven Botman didn't have a good game as well, and then you turned on it.
I know, I watched that.
No.
The best thing of the John Sinclair comment was he says he didn't. I thought he was going to do a Panenka, but he didn't. He just chipped it down the middle.
Which is a Panenka. I mean, he didn't do that though. Bless him. He's class. He always will be. He's a top man. But like I said, there's so many good people out there doing channels, and some are. We're not in a competition with anybody, and I've always stood by that ever since started this. And I don't see why any other Newcastle channels should be in competition with each other, because we're not. We all do different things, and that's the beauty about it. We all have our different styles. We all do different things, and then we'll get together like this, and then we'll have a laugh. We'll talk about together. Newcastle, because it's just, and that's how it should be, and that's how it will always be, to be honest. And I'm too old, and I'm sick of bitching on social media. I just basically go on there now, promote the shows, and interact with people that I want.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So that's how it is. But you guys will be in the same situation that we are. You started a lot later than I did. You started a year and a half after me. So it takes time. But not a lot of people have the patience to do it all. I never thought I'd be sitting here 15K with all this equipment and stuff like that, and having 3 fantastic co-hosts, a mod squad, and Susan doing all the graphic designing, and a voiceover person, Francisco, somebody that does the Fez, who does me studio backgrounds for the watch-alongs and stuff. It was all pipe dreams, that but I had a lot of help when I got started from True Geordie. Brian, when I got started, he used to make me send him my videos so he could look over them and tell us where I was going right or wrong. So whatever anybody thinks of him,
been humbled by Tyson Fury as well. It's trending.
Well, look, I don't care, because
just shut him down out of an interview. It's all gone wrong.
Yeah, but the bottom line is, right, people will have their own say on Brian, True Geordie, and they can say what they want about him. But for me, he did a hell of a lot for me that he didn't have to do when I first got started. And he really helped me. He gave his perspective, and he made. And the one thing that I'll always remember him saying is,
we'll never know. We'll never know. Tune in next week to find out what happened next.
One thing you can say about True Geordie and YouTube is Brian's definitely got it pegged.
That was the perfect side out for Paul. That just
absolutely.
He's still gone as well.
He looks like a one-armed fisherman, doesn't he?
Right, shut up, Billy. I'm back. Never mind, you one-armed fisherman. You. It went off for a brief moment. No, but as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by shocking internet again, Susan. He didn't have to do that, but he did. So I'll always have a
We don't know what he did because it cut off as you were about to explain it.
Well, he did things like he used to look over me videos. He used to emails and tell us where I was going right and wrong, or what he'd do differently, and it did work. And then he put us onto some videos to learn more about editing the videos and stuff like that, what software to use, etc. So, I've got a lot of time for him. I really do. And no matter what people think of him now, he started off just like us with nothing, and look at what he's doing now. He's living his dream. Whether you like him or not, he's living his dream. So there you go. But you guys will be there.
His FIFA age videos are awesome, I've got to say. Back in
the
the day,
they were funny. They were really funny.
Talking of FIFA, I packed a rude bullet today.
Yeah, I saw that, Billy.
I saw your tweet.
I saw that.
Chris, do you need to go?
Yeah, sorry guys, I've got to go. Paul, I've just left you a message, mate, just saying thank you so much for having us on. Really appreciate it.
All right, buddy.
Collaboration.
No worries.
Yeah, take care, everyone. Danielle, Bill.
Speak soon, Bunch. Speak soon.
See you, Chris.
Take care.
You guys,
Everybody.
take care. Thank you.
And
You
if
never
anybody's
get
not
to
seen
Everyone's
that
calling.
sport video either of Gabriel
oh,
Granlehor talking about that we're a fortress. It looks like he's being held hostage. He's looking at the camera like there is a gun to his head off camera, saying that we're really good. It's hilarious.
I tweeted that earlier on today, saying that he's backtracking as quick as Oak.
And he referenced his own deleted tweet, didn't he?
He's now seen firsthand. Gabriel Granlehor is now seen firsthand, just like so many other teams. I don't know whether you guys agree with this. Like literally, all these teams have this opinion of Newcastle United, like that. You know, that we can be got at. That we're not as good as what other clubs and other people in the media.
They don't watch us.
And then none of them watch us actually play. They don't know what we're about. And then all of a sudden, we demolish the team. And it's a case of, oh, they're going places. They look really, really good. And it's like, yeah, we knew this. Like, have you not watched us all season? We're not playing any different. We're not playing any different. It's just that we're getting more confident in our style of play. And the players are just growing in confidence week in, week out. And are now excelling in their positions. Like, it's like these guys get paid to talk about Newcastle United. And let's be honest. Talk Sport, Sky Sports, Newcastle are more of a hot topic than Liverpool and Man City at times in terms of what we talked about. Yeah, I don't know whether you agree with that. I'm just throwing that out there because it makes me some of the comments that we get about our clubs.
Yeah, some of the punditry is very poor.
And no one's even said that we haven't even got our first choice team on the pitch this year yet. We haven't, have we?
No.
Not once.
Exactly. We've got a lot of exciting things to come. Plus all the these youngsters that we've signed as well. The future is exciting as well. It really is. Ian Toon Trader, thanks for your £4.49. He says, well said, Pete. You're a man of pure class. And all the loaded lads are mint. Everyone at the Toon Review are my good pals and love yous all. Thanks very much, Ian. Right, to finish the show, YT is asking a question, so we'll do this and then we'll finish. One person each to give a player we bring in January.
Oh, that's easy.
That easy?
Right, well, we'll start off with Billy.
Oh, for fuck's sake, what do you mean for James Maddison?
Oh, Billy, always
Madison?
steal me players.
James Maddison for me.
Well, you could say the same, Danielle. It's who you want to bring in. Take your time.
Just say James Maddison if you want to say James
Come
Maddison.
back to us.
Was the question one player or the first player?
No, one player, Alex, that you would
Name
love to
one
see come
player.
in January. What about you, Rich?
I'm torn between two, but I'll go for the one I think's the need, and that'll be James Maddison.
Okay. Daz?
I'm going to go a different direction. We could go a number of different directions here, but I'm going to go for Andre Santos from Vasco da Gama. I think he's potentially to be the new Bruno and a good backup and understudy. He would go out and loan for a while first, but I like the look of him.
Cool. Alex?
It's got to be Madison. It's got to be James Madison. There's no other player. Andre Santos is a good shout, but he's a development player. I think for the first team, it's James Madison. This is, unless you're going to get a Trippier backup, it's got to be James Madison.
Yep. Pete?
Pete's going to try and think of something else.
He's not. He's probably going to go through the one I was going to choose.
He's got to say Madison.
There's only one player I want, and look, being based in Leicester, I want to literally stomp their faces in the mud and laugh, like I thought I was going to be doing in the summer. James Maddison is the guy I think we need to take it to the next level. However, I wouldn't be surprised if we go at Shakhtar Donetsk for Mudryk.
Mikhailo Mudryk.
I wouldn't be surprised. Purely for price. I think we can.
Did he pronounce that right, Alex?
Oh, Mudryk, yeah.
All right, Mudryk. Okay. Danielle?
I want Diaby.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's probably a no-go, but I still want him.
Why, when Miggy's on fire?
I just do want him.
To be fair, Bayer Leverkusen are one place above the relegation zone in the Bundesliga. They are having a shocker.
Exactly.
Absolute shocker. They're still in the Champions League, but they are flirting with the relegation places.
Madison for me. I've thought Madison's quality for a long time. So I'd love to see
Finn
Madison in.
Finn Lackenmacher?
No, yeah, well, Alex, yeah, Finn Lackenmacher, is he on the radar?
I don't think so. I don't think the loaded guys know about this one. So this was when we played 1860 Munich in the preseason. Who was I dissing? Was it Lascelles?
Yeah.
Lascelles,
yeah. It was Lascelles had a bit of a shocker, and it was against obviously a striker from the third Bundesliga, and I pronounced it, and they all died because I pronounced his full name, and it was one of the long German names. I'll find his name. Hang on.
It ended up sounding like Finn. It sounded like Finn Lachenmacher. But the way he said it, and we all just sort of keeled over laughing because he's just Alex has this thing that he has to pronounce players' names properly.
Lachenmacher, there we go.
But it's the fact that he goes. He's just got to say everything like truly right, and if we say it wrong, God help us. You know what I mean? But hey ho. Right, that is the end of the Loaded Toon Review show for this Sunday night. Thank you very much for joining us. Obviously, spending your Sunday night with us and seeing out the weekend with a bit of banter and a bit of laugh with some great lads and lasses. So thank you very, very much. I'm sorry?
He's their top scorer. He's doing
all
well.
right, okay, whatever. Lackenmacher's doing well. There you go. Well, thank you very much to everyone that sent in a super chat and subscribe to the channel while we've been on air. Really do appreciate that. If you have enjoyed the show, guys, please do hit the like button, and I will make sure that the Loaded channel is in the description. Go and give them a subscribe. Let's help them get to 5K and keep moving on up the ladder, so to speak. So thank you very much to everyone that does that in advance. I'm sure we'll be across on there soon. God help us.
Because we'll sort it in the next week whenever you're available.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll sort it.
Spot on. So keep an eye out for that because Daz will have his revenge. I have no doubt he'll have something planned. You have to worry about.
I'll go easy on you the first one. I'll go easy on you the first one, Paul. All right.
You're a liar.
Second one.
But anyway. Seriously, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thank you to the Loaded lads for joining us tonight, and my usual co-host. Thank you very much to the Mod Squad as well, and to everybody involved in the channel. Thank you very much, and we will see you on the next one. But then, have a great Sunday evening, and we'll see you soon. Good night.
Good night,
Away the lads and lasses.
See you later.
Good night.